So just taking about 2 more breaths, and we're going to bring ourselves up into a seated kneeling position. Now, if you haven't gotten a chance yet, maybe grab a little bit of water, take some freestyle movements or stretches, and we're going to make sure that we have some kind of props in reaching distance because we're going to be exploring our Trikonasana, our triangle pose coming up. So you want your props, whether they're blocks or maybe chairs or stools or something like that, one near the top end, one near the bottom end of your mat. And then we're just going to come into a tabletop here. Just find a few cat-cows on your own, creating a little bit more of a loose spine, relaxed in through the muscles of your back. Good, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the right palm into the center of your mat. You're going to kickstand the right foot back, and you're going to step the left leg back. And you're going to come into a supported side high plank, just to start to bring some strength into the side body. Advanced students, or if you're feeling good, maybe highly active, you could come into a full version of a side plank. But just make sure that palm is directly underneath the shoulder, that left shoulder is stacked on top of the right, so you get that structure and support in place. For those in that level 1, that kneeling posture of a side plank, you could actually lift your left leg off of the mat, flex the foot, and then if you want to stretch through the left side body, reach the left fingertips toward the top of the mat. So you're still keeping your body parallel to the side that you're looking at. Just take about 2 more breaths here. Now listen up. You're going to reach the left arm up to the ceiling. For those in that high plank, drop the right knee down, and you're going to push yourself up to stand on your right knee, balancing on the back left foot. Inhale, reach the right arm overhead, and then just come into a few pulses here, pulsing toward the left. Okay, taking 1 more pulse and then holding the deepest set. Roll that right shoulder blade back and then take the eyes to look up. Good, just enjoy that stretch for what it is. Bring that right arm down, shoulders on top of the hips, tuck the back right toe under, and with the right arm, try your best to reach for that right heel. Reach the left arm up toward the ceiling, and then maybe back behind you as you do your best to lift the chest high. Okay, just a slight back bend here. We're working on different planes of the body, again, to prepare. Squeeze in through that pelvic floor. Slowly bring yourself to an upright position, palms to the ground, tabletop. Extend the legs back, bring that circulation throughout, and then come back into some cat-cows. Maybe even some puppy dogs, where you sway the shoulders and hips from side to side. And we're going to switch sides here. Left palm to the center of the mat. You're going to kickstand the left foot out, and then you're coming into that side high plank. Whatever you did from the other side, you're doing here. And again, just make sure everything looks good. Your body feels comfortably uncomfortable. So still where you're challenging yourself. Feel that slight tailbone tuck. Feel that engagement and lengthening stretch through the side body. Now, if you did it before, if you're in that level 1, reach the right leg up, flex the foot, and then perhaps reach the right arm toward the top of the mat. Find that focus point. Continue to breathe in and out of the nose. patience. Nice. Reaching that right arm up to the ceiling for the full high plankers. Drop that left knee. You're going to slowly, with that left arm, push yourself upright, and then take that left arm up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, every exhale, you're just pulsing toward your right. Take about 2 more. And then next time you come into your pulse, hold your deepest set. Tuck that tailbone, slight squeeze in through that lower left glute. Left shoulder blade rolls back. Take a moment here. Enjoy the stretch. Enjoy the breath. Good. Slowly release the left arm down. Tuck the back toes under so you're perching up again. And then left arm reaches for the heel since it's easier to grab a hold of now. And then slowly lean back. Keep that right arm reaching to the ceiling. Perhaps it reaches back behind you. Wherever it feels comfortable to keep your eye line for your neck. Trust your body and space. You're never doing anything that causes pain. Discomfort is one story. When you cross that line of pain and your breath starts to get broken, rigid, maybe even you're holding your breath, you've gone way too far. Okay, there's no competition, no rush. One more breath. Mindfully bring yourself upright and then slowly plant those palms. Come back into a tabletop. Find a few cat-cows. If you need a child's pose, knees together to help lengthen through your lower back, you can do that. We're going to come into that Trikonasana pose next. When you're ready, in the next 2 breaths, down dog. Let's just stretch out through the backs of those legs. Shake out the head, walk out through the feet. And then bend your left leg, stepping it forward. Drop the back right heel down. And if you look at the placement of your feet, you want the left heel to be aligned to the back right arch of the foot. Now you've got that prop or hopefully something there. Come to your highest level height. And then just bring yourself upright here for a moment. And then slowly start to open up through the right side of your body. Pull the right hip back as best as you can. You'll get that opening right through the left inner thigh. And maybe this is enough. Or maybe you can start to reach the right arm up. Now we're working more on a flexibility and stretch versus strength, versus using that left arm and hovering it off of the block. You're rather using the support of that prop, and you're just looking for placement. You're just looking for opening in through the muscle tissues that you need. So with time, as you come back to the posture, you can actually maintain proper form versus doing any kind of damage or forcing yourself in a posture that your body might not be ready for. So again, those shoulders are stacked just like you had in your high plank, or I should say side plank position. Just taking about 2 more breaths here. Bending at the left knee. Bring yourself upright and switch. You're going to take the left toes to the side. You're going to take the right toes to face the back lining of your mat. Back right heel to back left arch alignment. Make any kind of corrections. Now this one we're going to get into it a little bit different, more classic, where you're going to hinge the upper body toward the right, and then you're going to slowly reach for that prop, and then place it on the outstep of the foot and plant the palm down. So just like you did on the other side, just take a moment to roll that left shoulder blade back. Maybe here is enough, or maybe you could reach that left arm up. Finding that focal point, finding your still point, and then just allow yourself to sit, or I should say settle, in the posture. We're working on that stretch, so whenever you get comfortable, you're just slightly pulling that left hip back. Get that opening through the inner thigh, and then just hang out there again. Good, final 2 breaths. Bending through that right knee, slowly bring yourself into an upright position. Take the right toes to face the side of the mat. Both toes are facing this way. And actually take the big toes a little bit closer, so you're trying to awkwardly bring the toes together, heels out. Flat back, hinge from the hips, and then take the palms down. Without dropping your head, you're just going to keep your head upright, and you're just going to work on bending the elbows to go deeper into that side line, through the calves, through the front of the shins. When we come down with a flat back, we're getting into the flexibility of the legs. If you round out the spine, you're getting into the flexibility of your back. So let's try to keep a flat spine here, wherever you may be. Okay, take 2 more breaths. Just as you came in, you're coming out. Bring yourself upright. Second set, final round of Trikonasana, triangle. Set up your feet. Roll the shoulder blades back, inhale. Exhale, hinge the upper body to the left. Plant the palm, and then find your version of the pose. Maybe your body feels a little bit more flexible. You want to go deeper. Come into level 2 block height. And with time, you'll be able to take that palm right down toward the mat. Even if you're considered an expert at yoga and you've been practicing for a while, it feels really good to go back to basics. So it's not about showing off or going into the depth of the pose or doing something funky. That's fun, but you still want to be able to come back to the structure, to the basics of it. Take 2 more breaths. Maybe reach the right fingertips toward the left side of the room. And then slowly, with momentum of that right arm, bring yourself up and switch. Alignment of the feet is there. Inhale the arms up. Reach the upper body to the right. Exhale. Almost there. Maybe you're coming to level 2 block height. Few more breaths. Maintain that posture, that position. Breathe into the body to lengthen the muscle. If you've done it before, reach those left fingertips toward the right side of the room to get that extra release and stretch. Engage through your belly. Momentum brings you up. Toes face forward. Flat back, hinge from the hips. Forward fold, 2 breaths. Flat spine. With your breath, start to bend the knees. Getting into a deeper squat before dropping down onto the knees one by one. Pivot yourself to face the top lining of the mat. Moving those props out of the way. Take a few shoulder rolls. In through the nose. Out of the mouth. And then coming into that child's pose. Getting ready for your next add-on.